So I just got done watching the HappyTime murders. This is on Netflix, and I didn't know what to expect going into this movie. I wasn't really expecting much out of it because from the trailer, it looked very disposable. It just kind of looked like a whatever kind of movie. So I didn't really have any big expectations, but the best way I can define this movie or describe this movie to you is this is an adult's version of The Muppets with a detective twist to it. But the big question is, did I enjoy it? Yes and no. There's parts of this movie that I think are good, and this is a okay first viewing. Um, but then on the other hand, this is a pretty forgettable comedy movie, which this is fully marketed as a comedy film. And in that area, it's pretty forgettable because there's one or two jokes in this movie that actually land and that actually land a laugh from myself. But then a large majority of the jokes in this are very disposable and don't work. And there's other parts of the film that are entertaining. And then on the other hand, there's other parts of it that are very boring. Like there is at least a good maybe 15 to 20 minutes in the middle of this movie that it does feel very boring. It does feel very competitive to what happened previously in the film. And it's slowed down to a really slow pace. It's like I'm sure you've already seen it, but I just for my audience, the ending of this movie, like it does have a pretty good twist, and that's probably the one thing I will take away from this film, is the twist out of all things. I'd say that the twist works the best in what the overall story of this film is and what the end motive of our villain of the film is. There is a cool little twist and a cool little tie-in to the whole story, which I really liked. The twist was good. The acting and the chemistry between our cops, the performances, they were okay. Like they weren't the best, they weren't the worst. There were some cool moments with my guest. There's some themes that this movie does dive into which I did not expect from a comedy film. There's themes that deal with prejudice, and all that, which they're type of themes I don't think I would ever see in a movie like this, but I'd say that they are handled quite well in this. But yeah, like I said, this was an okay watch. But I don't really have any temptation to go back and watch this a second time, because I know to myself that I've seen better comedies. I've seen these kinds of movies with this detective twist before, and it's just in the end, this is a very forgetful comedy film, and it's just it was all right in the end.